Hello, my name is Milette Siler, and I'm an oncology dietitian with Long Creek Cancer Institute and the lead culinary medicine instructor with UT Southwestern Medical School. And I'm here today to talk to you about National Blood Pressure Month and our recommendations for naturally lowering your blood pressure using nutrition. Our recommendation at UT Southwestern is to employ the DASH diet. What is the DASH diet? It stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, and it's derived from Mediterranean diet principles. What is the Mediterranean diet? It's just an eating plan that focuses on plant foods, lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, less meat, less dairy, and more nuts and seeds. Today, I'd like to share with you a simple recipe using a lot of those really yummy things, a lot of which are probably in your kitchen, and I've scoured my kitchen, and we'll see what we have. So what I've learned is that you can season beans in a very similar way and make them taste really delicious, and you can get the same amount of enjoyment and also adhere more closely to those Mediterranean diet principles. So the great news about the recipe I'm going to show you is you can use any kind of bean. So what is in your pantry? I pulled out every kind of bean I had in there. There's black beans, there's kidney beans, there's pinto beans, but today I am going to use garbanzo or chickpea, which is fine. This particular recipe I'm going to show you for a meat substitute is going to work great in tacos. It's going to work great on in burrito bowl. Today I'm going to make it into a taco salad, but I'm going to start with chickpeas. Then the next thing you want to do is to grab your favorite salsa. Whatever you have in your pantry is fine. A little bit of oil, and then my taco seasoning blend. So if you have a taco seasoning blend that you like or you have on hand, great. There's several on the market that are fantastic. You might have some in your cupboard. This is mine that I like. I like to make my own. It's going to be reduced sodium. That way I can adhere that DASH diet principle of reduction in sodium. Anytime you want a signature Tex-Mex flavor, you want chili powder, oregano, and cumin. So about 2 parts chili powder to 1 part oregano, 1 part cumin. Reducing sodium is one of the highlights of the DASH diet plan. We recommend keeping your sodium intake to about 1,500 to 2,500 milligrams of sodium daily. What are some great sodium reduction strategies? Well, just cooking your own food at home is one great way to reduce sodium, because 80% of the extra sodium or salt most Americans get comes from restaurant, prepackaged, or processed foods. Most of the sodium that we add to our own food isn't the problem. So what foods are high in salt? Smoked, cured, and canned meats like bacon and cold cuts and hot dogs, frozen dinners, especially those like burritos or pizza, sauces, condiments like ketchup and barbecue sauce, canned meals like pasta and chili, canned soups, breads, fast food or restaurant food, especially those salad dressing, sauces, and gravies, are all going to be extra high in salt. All right, so I've got my ingredients all lined up here. The wonderful thing about this meat replacer, it's completely vegan. So if you're trying to reduce your reliance on meat, you're good to go. And the thing I love about it is it's only 4 ingredients, so it's very, very simple. So my pan has got a good amount of heat to it, and I'm gonna add my oil. Now I'm using just a teaspoon of canola oil, and I'm gonna put that on the pan here. And to this, I'm going to go ahead and add that spice blend. I like to toast the spices ahead of time. It really maximizes the flavor, especially when you're working with warm spices. Here we go. Now I've drained and rinsed these chickpeas. You might have heard the buzz about saving your chickpea water. What's that all about? Chickpea water can be used as a substitute for egg whites. So especially if eggs are hard to come by, or maybe you just want to repurpose ingredients, or again, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian and you don't eat eggs, is a great way to use other ingredients. So that was, if you're measuring, that was 1 tablespoon approximately of that seasoning blend. You can add more. I just want to really infuse flavor. The chickpeas that are canned are already cooked and softened. So I'm just warming them up and adding a little bit of flavor. I'm also going to mash them just a little bit. I want to give an implied texture of like a taco meat. That. And then I'm going to go ahead and pop in. This is about a third to a half a cup, again, of my favorite salsa. As you can see, you could very well add, diced jalapenos. You could add diced onion, diced tomato in here. It's a great opportunity to kind of think outside the box and add in extra nutrition. But I just wanted to show you how simple you can make it. I've got my chickpeas simmering. They're going great. The next thing I want to do is I want to get my whole grains going. So I am going to make my quinoa now. So I've got 2 different varieties. If you've never worked with quinoa before, there's lots of different colors, lots of different varieties. The most common that you could find is probably going to be your white quinoa. It's going to be a little fluffier, a little more flavor neutral, but you can also find it in red or black or even pink. Usually it's going to be a little nuttier, a little heartier flavor. Don't worry, either one will work in the recipe. Quinoa, by the way, is a plant source protein, which is considered a complete protein, and it's also naturally very high in magnesium. 1 cup of quinoa is going to be about 30% of your daily value of magnesium, which is really important for the DASH diet. Last week, we showed you how to make a simple vegetable broth. Making your rice, your lentils, or your quinoa with vegetable broth is a great way to impart a lot of flavor and a lot of nutrition. If you haven't cooked with quinoa before, I wanted to show you what it looks like. After about 20 minutes to cook is all it takes. And you want to fluff it lightly with a fork. Look how delicious that looks. All right, this is all done, ready to go. I can put this right into a taco shell. It's going to be delicious just by itself. You can top it with all your favorite taco things that you normally would put on a taco. I'm going to put it into a taco salad. Use it with the quinoa that I cooked using the broth that we made last week. Set this aside. Now, this is where you can get really creative with your toppings. You can add avocado or, of course, guacamole. Into every life, a little guacamole always seems to make things better. Guacamole or avocado is an excellent source of monounsaturated fat and fiber. So we're going to add a nice healthy dollop of that. Delicious. Okay. And then you can add some sour cream, or I recommend a low-fat Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is going to be about the same consistency, and it's really tangy, just like sour cream is, but it's going to be lower in calories, and it's going to have a lot more protein than sour cream does. So I'm going to add that on there. So there you have it, a delicious taco salad using our meat substitute, our chickpeas. This is a wonderful representation of what Mediterranean DASH diet eating can be. It's a great way to prevent and treat hypertension or high blood pressure. For Long Creek Cancer Institute and UT Southwestern Medical School, we want you to stay safe and healthy eating.